What's going on YouTube? So doing something a little different for today's video. I have my father-in-law's truck here. I'm heading north and I'm gonna be testing something out here. What I'm doing is I'm going up north to purchase a piece of furniture. I found something that I think I could turn around, flip it, and maybe earn a couple dollars. We'll find out here in today's video. But I thought if there's any of you guys out there who either need some quick cash to make a purchase, to get through the month, whatever it may be, or you're looking to make some extra income on a monthly basis, this may be a good way to do so. So I figured why not try it out, document it for you guys, see how it goes, and see if this is a viable way to maybe earn some extra little money every single month. A nice little side hustle. Let's see how it turns out.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world.
All right, so it's the next day. Here's the piece. It's not bad. I mean, for 40 bucks, I already got the one of the hardware pieces off. Here's a little tip. I took that hardware piece with me to Lowe's, and I just made sure I matched up the width of the hardware to go inside the insets for the holes again. That way I don't have to re-drill, I don't have to fill these holes and do all that stuff. It'd just be a pain. I did spend a little bit more than I thought at Lowe's because I had to get paint, I bought brushes, I bought sandpaper, and stuff that I could reuse if I do another project. So the price for this one's gonna be inflated a little bit, but I'll talk about numbers after all this is said and done at the end of the video. So I'm gonna get started on this thing. I'm gonna sand her down a little bit, get that kind of glossy finish off, and I'm gonna paint and I'm gonna stain the drawers, and then we'll see how it ends up.
The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands.
Got a little beer break. Cheers.
They're really saying, I love you.
Okay, so here is the finished product. So what I did is I ended up painting the frame white. I stained down these drawers. So I had to sand everything. I did a rough sanding on the frame because I knew I was painting it, but I wanted to make sure I got the sanding decent on the drawers. Got new hardware. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it turned out pretty decent. I mean, much better than what it was before. So now let's run upstairs and I'll run through the numbers and see exactly where I'm at, if I profited from this thing, if I made money, lost money, and how I came out. Okay, so now let's talk about the fun part. Let's talk about the numbers, how much I came out ahead on this deal, and what my profit actually looks like. And I'm also even going to break it down to what my profit looks like on an hourly basis. So once I go through all of these, expenses, the profit I made, we will talk about the amount of hours that it spent me from literally looking and finding the product, to driving to get it, to bringing it back home, the sand, the paint, the whole 9 yards to complete this project from start to finish. Now, to start off here, I did purchase this dresser for $40. I found it on Facebook Marketplace. And then for my supplies, I spent about $55 in supplies. Now, that may sound like quite a bit, but I did buy some extra stuff for future projects because, to be honest, I had a blast doing this. And I'm already looking for my next project. So I spent $55. I bought, I think it was like a quart size of paint. I bought some sandpaper. Probably the most expensive portion of this for the supplies was the actual hardware that I replaced on the drawers. And then I had $15 in gas. Now, I probably didn't have to spend a whole $15 in gas, but I borrowed my father-in-law's truck, as you guys saw at the beginning of the video, and I did fill it back all the way up to full, just because you do that when you borrow somebody's car. You fill it up no matter where it's at. And luckily, it only had to be 15 bucks. So all in, I'm looking at $110 out of my pocket. That's $40 for the dresser, $55 for the total in supplies, and then the $15 in gas, adding up to that $110, and then sold the dresser for $250, giving me a total profit of $140. Now here is where everyone likes to, understand what this looked like for your time. How much are you making every hour you're working on this? So again, I calculated roughly what it took me from the very beginning, from finding the dresser to having it sold. So it took me roughly around 5 to 6 hours from drive time, sanding, paint, getting the hardware on the new drawers and stuff like that. It took me roughly 5 to 6 hours of my time, and it was all broken up within different days, but I tried to keep at least an idea of where I was on time. I know for sure it was not over 6 hours. I'm probably even being a little conservative on that. I could probably get away with saying 4 to 5 hours, but to be conservative and realistic here, I said 5 to 6 hours. So if you do the math, that comes out to be roughly $24 to $28 per hour that this took me, with the profit of $140. So that's not bad. That's a good paying job. $24 to $28 an hour for my 5 to 6 hours worth of work. I mean, and also here's the thing with that, guys, like, I enjoy doing this. So I am going to keep doing this. I'm going to be flipping furniture because it was nice to get this quick cash for doing something that I enjoyed to do. I thought it was a lot of fun, and like the hunt for the project too. The next project is, I think, exciting in itself as well. So if you guys are interested in seeing more of this type of content, let me know. Leave a like down below if you guys like the video. It really does help out the overall channel. And if you guys do want to see more of this, let me know in the comment section. If I want to keep this just for TikTok and Instagram, then so be it, and keep the YouTube channel for whatever it may be. But guys, I appreciate you watching, and until the next video, you all take care.